BNP unveils polls manifesto pledging just, humane and prosperous Bangladesh. Jamaat Amir addresses polls rally in Borishal, pledges to uproot corruption. Police use batons, sound grenades to disperse pay scale protesters. And more than 30 killed in blast at Pakistani mosque. Well, good evening, viewers. Those with headlines, I'm Salim Kadir and you're watching English Bulletin. We now follow with the details. Pledging to restore power to the people and re-establish democracy, BNP unveiled its polls manifesto. According to the manifesto, core philosophy of state governance under BNP will be humanity, justice and economic inclusion. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman announced the manifesto at the Pan Pacific Shonarga Hotel in Dhaka on Friday afternoon. He outlined constitutional and governance reforms, saying that if BNP comes to power, it will add faith and trust in Allah to the constitution and reinstate caretaker government system if a parliamentary majority is secured. As per the manifesto, a person will not be able to remain prime minister more than 10 years. The 9 major points of the manifesto includes family card for marginalized families, structural reforms in education, employment and skills for youth, freedom fighters and liberation war recognition, and religious harmony and digital economy. The Amir of Jamaat Islamic, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, said if Jamaat were entrusted with running the country, it would neither engage in extortion nor allow others to do so. Addressing an election rally at Mehendiganj RC College ground in Borishal on Friday morning, the Jamaat chief made the remark and said, those who cannot tackle own party, how could they lead the country? He stressed the need for removing corruption from its roots to ensure good governance and accountability. In his speech, he said that Sheikh Mujibur Rahman sincerely tried but failed due to corrupt party leaders. In Bofol of Potwakali, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman said, those who fail to set example of honesty in the past, they do not have right to seek vote. The Jamaat chief addressed separate election rallies in Pirajpur, Jhalokati and Faridpur. Police used batons and sound grenades to disperse government employees protesting for the publication and implementation of 9 pay scale. The protesters marched towards Chief Advisor's official residence Jamuna after gathering at the central Shahid Minar in Dhaka on Friday morning. They had faced police barricade at Shahbag and Hotel Intercontinental area during the march towards Jamuna, where they staged a sit-in on road. At one point, senior police officials, including DMP Commissioner SM Sajjad Ali, attempted to persuade the protesters to leave the area, but they refused. Later, the area turned into a battlefield as law enforcers charged at the protesters with batons while lobbing sound grenades and tear gas to disperse them. Dear viewers, we'll follow up with a short break and we will be back soon with US and Iran hold talks as fears of direct conflict continue. T20 World Cup starts tomorrow without Bangladesh. Welcome back, you're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. And now we begin with news around the world. At least 31 people have been killed and more than 100 injured in an explosion at a mosque in Pakistan's capital, Islamabad, during Friday prayers. An emergency was declared at the city's hospital after the blast at a Shiite mosque in the Tarlari area of the capital. The district administration spokesman said on X that the number of injured had reached 169. The cause of the explosion was not immediately clear. However, reports have suggested it was carried out by a suicide bomber. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has condemned the incident, expressing deep grief. Senior US and Iranian officials are in Oman for talks amid a crisis that has raised fears of a military confrontation between two countries. The discussions come after a US military buildup in the Middle East in response to Iran's violent repression of nationwide anti-government protests last month. But the scope of the talks, which are believed to be indirect, remained unclear, with both countries far apart in their positions amid mutual mistrust. The hope was that, if successful, the discussions could lead to a framework for negotiations. The US said the talks in Oman should involve Iran's ballistic missiles. Iran, however, has said the discussions will be limited to its nuclear program. Oman's foreign minister had held separate talks with Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and US State Envoy Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner. Viewers, will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching English Bulletin, and now we begin with sports news. The T20 Cricket World Cup starts tomorrow without Bangladesh. In the opening match, Pakistan will face the Netherlands at SSC Cricket Ground in Sri Lanka's Colombo at 11:30 a.m. On the other hand, Scotland will play against West Indies at Eden Gardens in Kolkata at 3:30 p.m. Since Bangladesh did not participate in the World Cup, Scotland has got opportunity to play the T20 World Cup again after 6 years. They will face West Indies on the first day. Although Scotland did not get much time for World Cup preparations, they are quite confident. However, the West Indies will play this match as favourite. Meanwhile, Pakistan will play against the Netherlands in Sri Lanka, the co-host of the World Cup. Pakistan has been in good form recently. The PCB is relying on a team built with a mix of youth and experience. Before ending the bulletin, we have top stories once again. BNP unveils polls manifesto pledging just, humane, prosperous Bangladesh. Jamaat Amir addresses polls rally in Borishal, pledges to uproot corruption. Police use batons and grenades to disperse pay-scale protesters. More than 30 killed in blast at Pakistan mosque. US and Iran hold talks as fears of direct conflict continue. And T20 World Cup starts tomorrow without Bangladesh. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Until then, see you soon.